Whoa. Looks like we in the building.
Okay.
Everybody, can you hear me?
I'm trying to get all my little shares off.
All right, so we getting started. So we are in the building. Let me fade that glorious music, which was made by me, by the way, in case y'all didn't know that. In case y'all didn't know, Big Lonzo is a music producer as well. You dig that? But no, without further ado.
I did not know that.
Oh yeah, man. I started off. Actually, music is what brought me back into the comic book space. You know what I'm saying? I was doing theme songs for a young, fantastic Frankie out here, and Dark Eagle. I did a theme song for him, and it kind of brought me into this world. You know, so it's kind of dope.
I love me some Fantastic Frankie. She used to crack me up. And I remember her full tag, Fantastic Frankie, the fanboy fighter. She was handing out
fanboy fighter was out there whooping ass, wasn't she?
Handing out phase. They tried to try my good sis.
So without further ado, y'all know what's going on. Shout out to everybody on Facebook. Shout out to IG. You know, before we get started, man, everybody shout yourselves out. I see y'all on IG. See Dream Fury Comics in the building. We who else we got in here, man? No, shout out to everybody that's in the building. Shout out to our Patreon backers that are sliding in here. Shout out to all y'all, man. Let's slide over to Facebook real quick. Let's see what we got going on over here. Who we got on Facebook? So we got a couple people on YouTubes. Shout out to the YouTubers. Shout out to the Facebookers. Drop a comment, y'all. Let us know where you from, and say hello, man. We got my man Maddie in here. What's up, Matt?
What's up?
We got Lonnie. Lonnie said, "Let's go." We got Maddie. We got Maddie again, repping Philadelphia, Philly in the building. Shout out to my home city. Shout out to the man Tyler Martin himself. Godhood Comics is in the building. Godhood, I gotta get you on here, bro. We gotta talk, sir.
Wait a second. Did I bring it down?
Yeah. Dark Eagle was one of my first theme songs I've done in the comic space. That was a dope experience. You got my man Alfred McLeod. All right.
What's crazy is I got 2 of those comic books from people you just named.
Oh yeah, that's dope.
I was like, is it in the stacks next to me? But it's upstairs. My antagonist is upstairs, but my Dream Fury is.
Dream Fury is one of my faves. Antagonist is one of my faves too. Glorious books, y'all. Glorious books.
Of course. I got them on hand.
So without further ado, y'all, for those of you that don't know what this is my podcast called Konkret Approved, where we highlight some of the greatest and the best in the indie space and just the comic book and entertainment space in general. And we have none other than Miss Shaya. How you doing?
Oh, you know what? I like that. Miss Shay if you're nasty, but technically it's M Shy.
M Shy. Okay, M Shy.
What I love about my name is I'm probably the only M Shy people are gonna meet. So that works. It's okay.
It is dope. The other M Shy is M Shy Shyamalan, or M Night Shyamalan. M Night Shyamalan. Yeah.
He played in my face a lot with those endings. I don't want to talk about it.
He did. So we here, y'all. Konkret Approved. Y'all know it's International Women's Month, man. Where we celebrating the ladies all month. We want to do it big for them and celebrate, all their highlights, everything they got going on. And this young lady here, I've seen her on the Comic-Con circuit my whole career, and she's been killing it, man. Got some of the dopest books out here. The branding is phenomenal. The marketing is phenomenal. You're in all the right spaces where you need to be. I see you did a panel at BlurredCon. I just see you everywhere. I see you in multiple cities. I think I saw you in Chicago. I think I saw you at
that was not me in Chicago, but I do want to go to C2E2.
No, not Chicago. What was it? New York?
It was probably with Atlantic Comic-Con.
I can go to Atlantic Comic-Con.
I stick close to the East Coast.
Last time I saw you, it might have been
New York Comic-Con.
It might have been New York, but
it could have been New York.
I swear it might have. You sure you wasn't at Chicago?
Oh, I would remember because I've only been in Chicago like twice in my life.
Well, I saw you somewhere, and it was at a con, and I remember you pulled up. But without further ado, how are you doing, and what you got going on?
Okay, I feel good tonight. And I think like let me just back it up. I've had like deep anxiety about, am I going to pull everything together in time for the lunch? Y'all know how it goes. Like trying to get your reward tiers right, trying to get everything together for the people who've been waiting for you to put out your next book, right? That pressure's been there. That pressure's been on me for literally like almost down to the day, like a year. Cause I think I launched last year in March. And it was successful, thank goodness. And I just want this one to be successful. So it's been like crazy, but good crazy, if that makes any sense. Like, I'm in a nerve-wracked state, but I'm still excited because I know this book is like what the people want. Like, I know it's fire. My whole elbow, foot, ankle, meat, heel in this book. So
I ain't gonna lie, that's the type of confidence that you need in here. And shout out to IG, you getting a lot of love over there. We got we got Mikey Makes Comics, shouted your name out in all caps. We got my man McLord Art said, I didn't even know women were killing it in comics. Hey, now you know, man. Now you know. You know what I'm saying? Now you know.
Thanks to people like Lonzo and Midnight. I mean, there's so many that have just been all this month shouting out. And every time I'm in the comments like, follow. Because sometimes it's not like we're out there doing it, but sometimes you know how the algorithms be algorithming.
Oh,
like
I know.
You have to really intersect with these people. And that happens when people shout people out. So that's why I love this community, because one thing we're going to do is share posts, because we already know we're all beat up by these algorithms real bad.
All beat up.
All beat up.
So are you ready to get into these questions, though? Because the people want to know who you are. You know what I mean? Are you ready? So I'm going to hit you with my first question. We about to start the show, y'all. And if y'all got questions, please leave them in the comments. We will be addressing all questions. But let's start this off first. What is your origin story? Who are you? Where are you from? How did you become who you are?
I came to Earth in the asteroid, probably. But I mean, according to modern science, I did come through my mother's womb. Now, so I'm from DC. I'm a DC baby. I'm from Northeast, DMV. And
DMV's in the building.
I've always been a writer. Like, as soon as I could balance my head and the little pencil at the same time, my mother said I was trying to write something. So I would draw little stories. I would write poetry. Poetry was my first love, poetry and prose. And then I took a break to write music for a long time. Like DC, Maryland, Virginia had a huge hip hop scene. We were down U Street acting up, all the ciphers, all the battles. We had a good time. Only had Polaroids and real really bad flip phones, so no pictures.
Oh yeah,
if I ever lost the battle, y'all won't know, because no TikTok, nobody TikToked it. But yeah, so that love of writing was always there, and the love of comics sort of came from, like, I grew up with the good X-Men, that Saturday morning in the 90s with the big, steel metal hair storm, hairband storm. And then from that, my brothers were just like, we want more of this. So they would buy the comics, right? And so I was kind of too young to go shopping with them. So I kind of like just read what they read. And what they were reading mostly was Spawn and X-Men and some Spider-Man, but they only like it when the stories got dark. I think that's what got me twisted from the jump, is that my brothers only like when Venom, like they only like the Batman part of the story when Joker like broke his nose in the courtroom, like any type of throw it off stuff like that. Those are the issues that my brothers would bring home.
It did get real.
Yeah, so it's like I never even got into the fluffy stuff because I was always for the villains and morally gray characters. I always talk about Spawn because it was the first time I was like, oh, we got demons and all types. Like, I had just never seen that subject matter. And I was like, that is cool. And I didn't really have like a thirst to write in the medium. That didn't come till way later. Like, I was always writing music, books, poetry, essays, all of that stuff. Went to college, still into anime, still just into geek culture, still reading everyone's work. Like I remember, like I think the first person I really popped out, and I was like, oh, I was following Ta-Nehisi Coates and following just his books, and I'm like, oh, he wrote a comic book, and then I started to see like a whole line of people whose other arguably more like serious, quote unquote serious work I had read getting option to do comic books. And I was like, that is so cool. What a cool segue. What a cool honor for a writer. Still didn't think about doing it. And so like fast forward, I had a love interest.
Mm.
And he was a comic book artist. And the way he would like, I would just be like walking by. You know, his shoulder, he was like getting busy with the drawing, and we would like that would be most of our outings was to the comic book store. Shout out to Third Eye Comics in Annapolis. We stayed in there, and I started to get my wheels turning. Like at this point, this is like 2023, and I had this story about. By then, I had put out 2 books. I had put out Quirky Black Sci-Fi Tales 1 and Volume 2. I think I had just dropped that earlier that year. Or maybe the end of the year prior. I always get it kind of murky now. But either way, people kept saying to me there was a particular story they wanted to see. Like they wanted to see this story. Like actually it was 2, so you may get another but it was Fumes. They were just like aliens who eat our pollution. Like I want to see that. I want to see it as a movie. I want to see it as I want to see the visual for that. And I had never been like brave enough to even like put my pinky toe into that medium because I'm just like,
yeah,
this is how I am. I have a deep respect for things. Like I can go have a great time at a comedy show and I'm never like, I can do that. I can go to all the cons and buy everyone's work and never am I like, I can write that. I take it very seriously. So what I did was I took a script writing class. I read a few books. I was like, how does one convert their prose brain into a comic book brain? Reading all my little Save the Cats, doing all my little journaling, trying to figure out how do you take all this emotion and strip it down? And then, of course, the simple answer comes with you got to get with an artist or be an artist who knows ball. Like you have all of this you need to say, and they have to say it with an expression and 3 to 7 lines max on the art, right? And I thought that was such a beautiful way to retrain my brain. And so once I got through with that, because I did go all the way through, I actually wrote a pilot during that time too. And it was just good training to be writing script. And then I was like, okay, I'm done with that part. I'm still not bold enough to jump in these people's
spaces, right?
Right. But talking all, so I was like, who do I know who's like, yeah, who's big dog, who's been doing it for so long, but not just doing it, has a business model where I'm seeing them get their IPs off and quietly being able to support themselves long term with the ups and downs of this administration. They were still just there, creme de la creme, at the top of the tops. And for me, there's a lot of people like that, but for me, that was Greg Burnham. So
yeah.
So I got dressed up as like Prince Zuko, but like a hijabi version because I think it was kind of close to Ramadan. So I got all these red and yellow scarves, and I'm dressed as Prince Zuko. My mom is like, "Oh, you going to Awesome Con? I'm coming with you." So now my mama dressed as Lumpy Space Princess, and we at Awesome Con because I want to have a conversation with him in person. I'm very big on that if I can. If I could pull up on you in person, like the mafia, I'm like, let me holler at you, my guy. Like I'm like arm around your shoulder.
That's like, exactly what you did to me. That's exactly what you did to me. Sure.
I am very much like I'm that person. So I very much let me holler at you, my guide. Greg Burnham, and I was like, yeah, I'm about to airdrop you something, and you just tell me, look at it, and you tell me like, is this enough for a run? Is it enough for a one shot? And he was like, I'll get back to you. And I think it took him maybe like 24 hours to get back to me. And he said, there's enough here for a series. Maybe I'm thinking 4 to 6 books. And I was like, oh, word. So I sent him an NDA and I was like, I want to contract you to consult on this for me. And people are like, why you do that? I'm going to tell you why the fuck I did it. I did it because I love y'all. I love artists and I love writers. And we're all crazy. We're all crazy.
We a little crazy, y'all.
All a little crazy. But
and
I want the
shout out to
crazy
everybody
in
in the chat too. That's showing you love. It's good. We got a lot of love on IG. Everybody shouting out Greg right now. Shout out to Greg, man. Shout out to
big shout out to
Airs
Greg
and everything
Brennan.
that they doing.
Listen, shout out to all the artists and podcasters and people in our community, creatives. Shout out to all the creatives who get that it is not enough to be masterful at your craft if you don't know how to deal with people and how to do project management. Not like extreme, like
That's
crush your
sure.
brain corporate level, but just if you don't know how to, we're at point A, we got to be at point D. Like, shout out to all the people who get that that's how the book gets done.
Oh,
like
yeah.
all the dreams and fantasies and sharing the art online, those are all icing on the cake. But like, Greg knew how the books get done, and he let me know kind of like all the tea on the artist. I'm not gonna lie, like that's what was worth the money to me, because sometimes you might throw your money down that hole.
No,
and
yeah, no. It's so much money gets thrown into the pot when creating comics, and a lot of the readers don't know the investment that us creators put into making these books and the final product, and how many revisions and edits goes through before like it gets to the book and people can read it. People don't be knowing that stuff.
And the extra revisions cost money too. They got to roll that into the price. So
I do got a question for you.
Go ahead.
So in your origin story, when is the first time you felt seen in comics?
Oh, you know what? I don't think I have one huge moment. I know that it's always jarring for me as a newbie when I meet somebody and I'm like enthralled with their work, and I'm just doing my pitch like, hey, I just jumped in the game too. I have IP, and they're like, oh yeah, I've heard of it. Like anytime that happens to me, I'm like, what? Like it doesn't matter what level of promoting I do or have done. Anytime someone says that to me, or I don't care if it doesn't have to be somebody I know and who's doing it big. It could be just literally anybody. Like when people come up to me at BlurCon, I'm like, I've been looking for your booth. I'm like, who are you?
Mm-hmm.
I'm blown away, and I don't ever want to feel any differently. I want it to blow me away every time, and I'm not disappointed. Literally every time, that's when I feel seen. When somebody is just like, I've been looking for it, I read it, or I loved it. Any of those three, all those three are best, right? But any of those three, you could knock me over with a feather. So I think that the first time that happened, I think I had just put the book out. And I think the con that popped my cherry actually was Atlanta Comic Con. It wasn't BlurCon. I did Atlanta Comic Con the first year where Deron Flood and Greg had sort of launched it.
Yeah.
And it just felt surreal to me. I was like, I'm at a booth. Like I was like, what ain't this? Like I'm always on the other side of the booth. I'm like, and I just had my little one comic book and my few books and stickers, but I did feel seen. I felt like, all right, got to start somewhere.
I will say that, before you pulled up on me like the mafia and you showed me a book, I knew the image of your book before I knew like who created it. So you do a good job at putting it out there, or the people I think share it a lot. People, it's just in the right spaces, man. So you're doing a great job. Keep on doing what you're doing for sure.
Speaking of the imagery, shout out to Taya and Tahila Ankum. Let me tell you something about these young ladies. These two young women came through the Milestone Initiative, and I can see why they got selected to that group and came through, because I don't know if it's like twin synergy or just because I've seen them work in real time. I've seen them live draw at cons. I've been on a discord with them. Like I give an edit, they're correcting edits in real time. Like they're just,
Mm-hmm.
and they're the ones who did that cover that people really loved. I mean, they collaborated with me on actually. I mean, I say that everybody loves every cover. It just depends on what kind of collector you are.
It's
But
some dope
people,
covers.
yeah, I mean, like, come on, Kanan White gave me the let me take a moment to clap for you, boy, because like
Oh yeah, shout out to Cannon. Cannon White is phenomenal.
this,
I actually had him on the show a couple weeks ago.
and I will be going back to watch that because that's one of those covers where the more you stare at it, it's more shit. Like you stare at it, you go closer and closer.
Yeah,
You're like, wait, it's like more detail and more
so many
detail.
details he puts into it. Like he has such an eye for capturing the character. Cannon White is phenomenal. Like
Okay,
it's almost surreal to exist in the same space as people that create like that. You know what I'm saying?
let me tell you something about this cover. I did not pitch him this concept. I simply told him, this is what's going on in the story. This is the protagonist's relationship to these beings. He came back with this beautiful imagery of her in a fetal position, clutching her weapon. And when me and Grace saw, we were like, wow. And Tay and Tahila, we were all just like, all right, I absolutely love it. And then like people just love it. It reminds them of manga. It reminds them of just like people like inks. Like before I mean, I just jumped off the
People
page.
like them inks.
Yeah, before I even had the colors for any of it, I was like, well, I'm starting this IG right now with these inks. And they were like, you're giving away all of our process. I'm like, I gotta post something. So I love to see the inks. I like every stage of the process. I love them. I love to see the gray fill in. I love it all for real. Like,
So let's
oh,
talk
you
about
got
it
it.
though. So let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? For those of you watching the stream,
Yo.
um, let's talk about. So one of my questions to you actually was leading into this one, right? I want to ask you why comics? Out of all the mediums you could do, right? You do music, you do poetry. I'm sure you do other things as well. But why comics is getting all your energy currently?
For the same reason of why books. Um, no matter what the war is, the covert message from the resistance side is in the comics, and it's always been that way. Meaning, like when the U.S. jumped off into their propaganda, they
Hmm.
could have put it everywhere. Obviously, TV was there, but it wasn't. I would argue that it wasn't even as a big medium as comics, but they were fighting on that side with their pro-US propaganda. And then of course you have people on the subversive side with the resistance. I feel like anything you want to code in, you could obviously hide it in the movie, but there's just something so rich about hiding it in the imagery in the text of a comic book. So
Hmm.
that when my grandkids look back on, well, what did you have to say about all this? I'm like, well, it might not have been safe for me to say it in every space, but if you read the comments, you're gonna know how I felt about climate
Read the
change.
comics, you
You're
know
gonna
what
know
it's
how I
popping
feel.
for.
Yeah,
Hmm.
exactly. Like, so I feel like here we have this covert tool. We're not really digging through it. It's like it's almost like our ancestors playing the drums.
Yeah.
How we talking to each other in these
Hmm.
comic books. Like when I like look at like IPs like antagonists, look at everything. Like even reading the grade, like reading Roots of Madness, reading all these IPs where the women are doing STEM, like we're talking to each other like we're talking with the drums. We're sending each other frequencies of this is
Yeah.
what we're meant to be, this is how powerful we could be. I mean, even if you strip away all of the superhero junk, we are handing each other and celebrating each other's power in a medium that's not as policed, right?
Yeah.
And so that's why comics, like I hide it in books too, but like something about having the imagery there is just that much more sweet for me. So I really have a love for the medium for real.
I really love your answer. It put a lot of things into perspective, because it's similar to like to music back in the 90s when they were really talking about, black power and stuff like that. The message was in the art, And it's like when you read a lot of the indie comics right now, you see what we're feeling in the world we're living in through these characters that we're writing, but we're writing it in a way where it's like this is just me expressing what I would do in these situations and how I would respond, how I would react. So I absolutely love how you answer that question, man. Super dope.
And for everybody who pulled up to the chat, I have a special treat for y'all. This is gonna go live on the IG, but y'all are here, so y'all get to see it first.
I should be able to hold on. Let me there you go.
This is the new
There's
cover.
that's the new Fumes cover.
This is the new Fumes cover. This is Fumes 2. And this is they went crazy with this concept.
So speaking of fumes, let's get into it, man. You know what I mean? Let's
I'm so
stop beating
happy with
around the
I'm so
bush.
happy with that cover. Like
Let's stop beating around the bush. So tell us about fumes. Hit us with that synopsis.
okay, so boom. It's 2022. I'm just like I'm writing or finishing up writing Quirky Black Sci-Fi Tales Volume 2. And I'm just like every one of those books, because I'm gonna write them forever on my own time. They're almost for me, and I just am sharing them with the world. But I always include a climate change, like an eco terror sci-fi story in each of the books. And for the second book, I was like, wouldn't it be just so nasty if we had like aliens that ate our pollution? And then that got me down a rabbit hole of what would that look like? And before you're like, no spoilers, that's not the spoiler. That's just something happening. That is the backdrop of the story. We live in an alternate universe. Put yourself there, where we don't know what the fuck. We feel like the air is fine because quietly there have been aliens here that eat our pollution. Now, what would the U.S. do if we actually fucking had aliens that could eat our pollution? You can imagine what they would do. Every single government on Earth would do exactly what I say that they're fucking doing. But and that's still not giving anything away because it gets so much worse because our governments can never just take an inch. They got to take a mile. So throughout this
the
series,
whole John, the whole mile.
Throughout this series, I get into the mile they're trying to take. And it kind of, I like to ask a question with these climate change stories. Like, I think the concept of the greater good gets thrown around. It's a trope, but it's a trope for a good reason. Like the greater good, somebody is doing something for the greater good, and they've decided that this thing is the greater good. And so this gets into those questions too, like who gets to decide who gets, which eggs get broken when you have to break a couple eggs? Like who gets to decide, like who gets under the bus for the greater good, and what that looks like, and how we value people, or how Western governments specifically have valued people they deemed cannon fodder for their greater good, right? So, I mean, those are the more existential, sort of wide range questions that I throw out there, but mostly just on a comic book level, a lot of action, a lot of ass kicking, a lot of tattooed agent with a chip on her shoulder who is just out there being hella gangster with humans, extraterrestrials. Anybody can get it. Anybody can get the smoke. And she's funny a little bit. So like she's always down to say some slick shit. So yeah, I love her. That's my baby. That's my boo thing.
How much of this comic has you in it? How much of this character is based on you?
Okay, so none of it. I did not write this.
Are you
character.
sure? Are you positive?
I did not write this character with me in mind, but Tayan Tahila thought it was funny to add little quirks into the art that belonged to me. Like I have hearts tattooed on the side of my face. And I have chevrons tattooed on this side of my face. And I was like, don't put my tattoos on the ground. I was like, and they were like, because they sound just like this. They're so cute. They're like, we're going to keep the hearts. If they're watching this, they're going to laugh because they're like, don't do that impression of us. But they sound literally that cute. We're going to keep the hearts. But they decided to cut the chevrons into her hair, which I think is cool. Funny enough, a gajillion years ago, I did used to wear my hair like that. I didn't rock the cornrows. I had like a mohawk.
Yeah. By default, subconsciously, everything we create is a part of us. Everything,
I think so too. I'm gonna
because
start
it's
asking guys like, what part of you is in this
that's what I'm
character?
telling you.
In this
There's
character.
there's every part of a character we create comes from somewhere in here. So that means it's something we thought of, we created in our mind and said, well, I wonder what that would look like. And that is just a version of us if we were that entity or that villain or that hero, that police officer. It's who we would be. Or it's
Love
something
that.
that we may have seen and we're like, damn, I could this is what it mutated into my perception, you know?
I love that because I am such a big proponent of we create these stories because we have so much red tape around getting justice in the actual world, right? So we want to dole out justice, use these characters as a vehicle for that, and that's why I love Crown Prince. I love Harriet Tubman Demon Slayer. So shout out
Yeah.
to David. That's why I love Little Rock Files. Shout out to Burnham, and that's why there's so many titles like Bitterroot gets into that it deeply, very intricately in that dialogue, so beautifully done throughout that series. Bitterroot gets into this is what it looks like when we never face down this injustice and hate. It just keeps spiraling and eating us alive. Like, so I definitely think that um, we put ourselves individually in the story and we put our interpretation of the injustices we face as a collective, whatever collective you feel you're a part of, right? Whether it be queer or indigenous or you're an immigrant or you're just black, like just
Mm-hmm.
whatever collective you feel you belong to. I love creating stories and reading stories where we can get people to empathize with that,
Mm-hmm.
see how all of our shit overlaps at the end of the day. And that's also why I love talking about climate change because, like, we can't argue about nothing if we can't breathe, ho. We
Yeah,
can't argue about
that's a
nothing if
fact.
we ain't got no air to argue with. Like, so,
That's a
like,
fact. You know what I'm saying? That is a super fact.
you're worrying about the wrong thing. Yeah.
No, that's dope. I truly love hearing about this story, Fumes. I am curious, what made you go with pollution?
Oh, so in book one of Quirky Black Sci-Fi Tales, I talk about the water, and I had I had a blur maid who comes to the surface, and she's only allowed to like she can only sustain her life on the surface by taking these special pills, and the pills are just simply made of pure water that she gets from like her version of Atlantis, right? She got to take it to
Mm-hmm.
stay, and she can only survive on our water by taking her little water pills because our water is so fucked and full of microplastics. So it's whatever is vital: air, water, land. I mean, to me, I feel like if we're not careful, I mean, water is definitely the next frontier. I'm not going to drag you down that rabbit hole, but
Uh oh.
I'm not going to drag you down that rabbit hole.
Listen,
All artists hand drawn,
feel
no
feel
AI.
free to
Do whatever.
feel free to take me through there. You know what I'm saying?
Look, all
Take me through
y'all
there.
do what y'all want, but in this African American household, we are using hand drawn art, and I am paying my artists their page rate. I am not, you know,
We stand
even
against AI
on
art.
TikTok, they've got all these tools integrated where I'm trying to just make a video real quick, and I'm trying to dodge because they got the shit so integrated. I'm like, what kind of, like
Yeah, they
I'm
definitely
trying
forcing
to.
it on us.
Yeah, so I like to pick something that is the great equalizer. Water, air, like it's a great equalizer. You can't, what are you gonna do if you can't breathe, right? Um,
Yeah.
it's like this is the threat that is the threat to all of us collectively, and no one can outrun it. You can't, maybe if you're in the upper echelon of wealth, you can escape it to some degree, but at some point, if we're not careful, we're all gonna have to put the mask on. Just like if some point, if we're
Yeah.
not careful, we're all gonna be rationing our water,
Mm.
probably sooner than later.
I ain't
And
gonna
I have
lie. You know what fume.
one shot that I'm writing about that too.
I ain't gonna lie. You know what fumes sounds like a really dope video game as well. Like it's something I
Oh,
could
yeah.
see you traveling like through that world and having to just maneuver through a world, a dystopian world where maybe everybody's wearing masks, and you know what I mean. You trying to fight against somebody that's trying to cause more damage because they making money off people getting masks or something like that. So many layers you can go with this type
Oh
of
yeah.
theme. I love this theme. I'm definitely gonna have you on next week to talk strictly about fumes because I want to know. I want to know more. I want to dive into these characters. I want to really get it rocking. Actually, I do a show on my Patreon called World Building Wednesdays, and that's where we do like Q&As. We really talk to the creator and dive deep into the world. I would love to have you on there because this is one of those stories where the world is everything. The world, the city, what's going
Yeah.
on with the government. You know what I mean? That's everything. So this right here is World Building Wednesday worthy for sure.
Shout out to my girls over at Pink Riot Comics because they've been doing their thing with the reposted of female women in comics too,
Hmm.
and they put me in the carousel with Jemison. And I don't know if you know who N.K. Jemison is, but that's Miss
Oh yeah.
World Building Supreme. So shout out to you thinking that there's like world to build. I'm definitely building the world out. This is a universe. It's a series, but as one chapter ends, I'm just gonna do what I want with the series. I already have an idea for how I want to launch into like a legacy version of it. But for right now, it's just 4 books, and there's like so many people I want to shout out. Definitely Toshi from Midnight Comics. There's so many people from like just that I want to shout out. So, oh my
Shout out
god,
to Shout out to Toshi. Shout out to Lloyd and Midnight Comics doing amazing things. They got a Kickstarter out right now as well. Make sure y'all go support
yes,
that,
that
man.
omnibus. Go bust that omnibusy open.
Go
As they would
bust
say on
that
Pink Riot,
omnibus
go
open
bust
is
that omnibusy
crazy.
open.
It's
Real
that
live, real
is.
live.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to clip that one. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'll be able to clip forward that one right there. But
I didn't
no,
say nothing
that's
dirty. I didn't say I did not cuss. I didn't say nothing dirty. Bust that
yo.
omnibusy.
So
Um,
I got your Kickstarter up
and
right now.
Kira, Room Full
Oh
of
yeah,
Birds.
shout out to Room Full of Blurs, man. They're amazing for the culture as well. I was
Amazing.
on their show not too long ago. I love the vibes. I
Good
love the questions they
energy.
ask. Very good vibes, man. So shout out to them. So I do got your Kickstarter up, right? Tell people why they should go and support this and go hit that notification button.
All right, look, I know it's Kickstarter season. I know your wallets be like, I'm on injured reserve and gas is $10 a gallon. I'm saying squeeze the coins out because I'm gonna give you what you want in here. I'm gonna make you so mad with this book. I apologize in advance. You're gonna be like,
Mm.
God damn it, but in a good way, in a way you're like, like just get on this journey, get on this train because all of the questions that people were asking me about, like, wow, where does it go? Where do the aliens come from? You get a little more exposition in this book. You get young Eula, that is not a third character, that's actually young Eula in the middle there. You get
Hmm.
her father figure, who is a father figure of sorts, JD over there in the right.
Yeah.
And this one is getting into, yeah, there's going to be more alien butt kicking, more fighting and everything like that, but it's going to get into the identity themes. Like, she is on a dual search. We're trying to find out more about the aliens and trying to find out more about her own origin story. So I am really falling down that rabbit hole in this one. And the art in the book already amazing. Like, I'm looking at the panels like, whew, I'm ready. I'm ready to go there with you. Like, just I'm excited. I'm excited. I hope I can get you guys excited about it. Um, whether y'all hit that pre-launch or not, we're going live tomorrow. So I
That's
just
dope.
say hit it so because it pushes me up in the algorithm. Y'all know Kickstarter got its own algorithm too. So when you
It
hit the
does.
pre-launch, it does help you become more visible. I don't want to be all under, I don't want to be all under all the boob comics. And y'all know what I'm talking about. I don't want to be all the way under all them boob comics. Put me
Well,
at the top of
boob
the comics.
boob comics kind of run the world. I ain't gonna lie to you. They jump up in the algorithm like it ain't nobody business, don't they?
I'd be like, yo,
Like
2,000% funded on day 3 is crazy.
day three, they not even day three. It'd be day one. Day one, they on there. So, but yeah, for everybody in the chat, please make sure y'all go and hit this notification button, man, so that y'all are first to know what's going on. We do got some comments we gotta address. Hold on, real
Let's
quick.
get into it.
My
shout
man
out to
Maddie.
Sweet Pea. Sweet Pea Comics has one dropping same day. Make sure you follow them. Sweet Pea Comic. Sorry.
Oh no, that's all good. So we got my boy Maddie says Super Answer Comics, one of the final lines of defense for protecting culture, protest, and revolution. That's a fact, man.
Boo, boo, boo,
That's a fact.
boo.
We got my man
Period.
Paige Alfred. He said, "Yo, yo." What he said, I love all these incredible titles from all over. Keep us going. You know that. You know the vibes.
Where I get my info from.
Fumes looks good. Yes, yes, it does, man. I need everybody on IG, on Facebook, on YouTube. Y'all need to go hit this link. Go hit this link. It's in the bio too. So her link is in the bio. If you guys are on Facebook or on the YouTube, the link is in the bio. Her link tree, and you can click there. Go support the Kickstarter. Go buy the original books on the website. Go follow her IG pages. Follow everything. Make sure y'all blow it up, man. Just stop playing, okay?
And the
Let's go
reward tiers
support.
go crazy. The reward tiers, I did not come to play with y'all at all. At
Mhm.
all. Talking
So,
about posters, teas, decals. We going
mhm.
nuts. We going nuts.
So now that we talked about fumes lightly, because there's so much to that story. Let's dive back into you real quick. Hold on. So what are your biggest inspirations?
Whew. Wow. Um, Pushing this thing of ours forward. Um, Holding the door open for other young women. Um, I've only had the chance to do a few, like one or two commencement speeches or things at schools with young people, and every time I do, I mean I do it with our age group too, or whatever. Whoever is trying to get in, I tell them like, just jump in. There's never going to be a perfect time, and so I think that like that's my inspiration. Is just knowing that just a few months ago, I didn't even know half the young women that I know right now, half the women whose shoulders I'm standing on. And so in 6 months from now, we're going to be that much bigger and that much stronger. I really want to see a lot more women in the game. I want to see a lot more collaboration between us all, so that part of it is inspiring. I'm inspired by people like just NK Jemisin. I don't know why I always come back to her, but I'm just like, man,
She's fire.
the level of world building is crazy. Octavia Butler. So I mean, I grew up reading all the greats, all the
No,
horror
that's
greats, all the sci-fi greats.
no, that's dope. That's definitely dope. That you're inspired by moving the culture forward. That's very admirable. I will say, I do want to give you a shout out. Um, Not only are you a creator in the field, but you're an enthusiast of the other creators as well. You support a lot of the other indie books, and you don't just support them, you love them. Like, you read them, you check them out, and that means a lot to us creators, man. And we need more people like you out here, man. Don't just come in here and try to get the bread, y'all. Support the community as well. You know what I'm saying?
What's crazy about you saying that is that I think that a lot of people think they don't like comics because they have a very kind of
Narrow
narrow
mind. Hmm.
vision of what comics are. And I can tell you right now, like if you're looking for a comic on just literally anything, you can find it. You can find it. And more likely than not, you're going to find it in the indie space because they don't have the same level of constraints. And the way you find it in the indie space for sure is please go look for it. If you got some free time, just cruise
Yeah.
your feed and see who's launching or go on Kickstarter. I mean, like the stories you want to see have either already been made or someone's making them and they need your support. But like, I don't want to hear no belly aching and hollering, but the stories are not there. Oh, they're there. I have seen
Mhm.
every manner of story in the indie space, and I love that for us. I say my collection probably either 80-20 indie split to big
Same as
dog.
me. Same as
Yeah,
me.
like that's what I got
Same
on
as
the
me.
shelf. Yeah, because it's just like there's an authenticity to it. Not to say that the majors ain't doing their thing, and it's not a great accomplishment to write in those
Mm-hmm.
spaces. But what we're doing on the ground level, it makes it that much more meaningful because like we're crowdfunding it, and you're getting around it being over edited into the ground. So if you want to say something that is resistance, in your resistance lane, or you want to say
Yeah.
something provocative, no one's gonna be. It's like it's not stepped on, right? It's puro. So like we get it straight, like from
Straight off, straight
it's
off, straight off
applesauce.
the boat with it. You know what I mean?
Exactly. It's
Straight,
applesauce from the apple orchard. So
straight off the
love
boat. It
that.
ain't stepped on over here. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. No, I think that's dope. I do have a request. I do have a request. A trade proposal, if I will. I need a signed copy of Fumes number one. And I would
Jeez,
like to send you a signed copy of my Zoriel number one.
yes. I swear I have it. I mean, I have. I know it's in here somewhere, but because I can't find it, I accept. I accept.
I
I
need
said,
that.
yeah,
I need that for
yeah, we gonna
sure.
swap. I
Fumes,
love
Fumes,
that.
Fumes is one of my. I'm not just gassing you. Fumes is one of my favorite concepts, like out here in the indie space. I think we need more stuff like that. You know, like Fern Gully was one of my favorite movies growing up when I was a young boy,
Really,
right? So Fern Gully, like when I think about the pollution, like because me, I'm a bit of like a humanitarian. Like I want to feed the homeless. I want to clean up the beach. I see that trash on the highway. I'm like, man, I gotta get some kids together. We gotta clean that up. We gotta figure out some
the
ways to
change
just save the
maker.
world. You know what
You're
I'm
a change
saying?
maker.
So when I hear stories with pollution in it or like the water, that's close to my heart. So I truly do love your concept, and I'm excited to really dissect this world with you if you come on World Building Wednesday for sure. That's gonna be one of them ones right there.
I'm with it. Listen, I can't see the chat because was like technologically challenged with the StreamYard. But shout out to everyone in the chat, anyone who pulled up, just even if they could just came through and said hello. I wholeheartedly appreciate that. We are going live tomorrow. Sweet Pea Comic has got one going live tomorrow. Midnight Comics got a 5-year anniversary omnibus. It's about to go crazy. If you have not read some of the imprints like the Gray, I mean, like who wouldn't love a dynamic duo, Black love couple out there getting it, and they're educating the people, sharing other creators, like just we out here. So
Mm-hmm.
we got some fire Kickstarters in the space right now. And if you have a Kickstarter, please send it to me. Listen,
Drop that
at
link.
this point I just set aside a credit card that specifically I just go crazy on that one because there's
We
so
do
many
got
good
some
things coming
comments
up.
too. There's a couple comments in there.
So
Hold
many
on,
good
hold
things.
on. What we got? What we got? Comic creators version of Jersey trading for sure, man. I need that. I need that. I need that signed copy, man. I might not even open it. I might buy the digital and then get a signed copy and just keep it there.
That's
So it
me
don't
with
got
the
no fingerprints
antagonist.
on
The
it.
antagonist is still in the plastic. It's
Mm-hmm.
still in the plastic. So man,
Technologically challenged. Oh yeah, no, it's real. It's
this
real.
really filled my cup tonight. Like this is like I got my little day gig, and sometimes it be gigging, sometimes the job be jobbing. So
Jobs
to
be
get off and
gigging
like the
for
job
sure.
be yes, but I gotta pay these artists. But to get off and to come vibe with the chat and to come vibe with you and talk comments, talk about stuff that I love. And shout out anybody who loves Fern Gully. I'm here for
Fern, oh
that.
yeah, no, Fern Gully. So you can view it on IG if you go on your phone and just take a look at the live stream on Concrete. You can see the comment section. People definitely in there. We got some love from what's this? Uh, some of y'all names is wild, man. I can't even pronounce that one. But he said we need all that. Haven't seen Fern Gully in years. We here to see you rise.
This
We
thing's
out
extra
here
big
for
on here.
real. Yeah, they going in there, man. Yeah, they in there going in on the chat. So shout out to the chat, man. You
That's
know what I
me with
mean?
my copy of Fumes. I'm too scared to open it because it's precious. Oh.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. I ain't doing none of that. So I do got another question for you.
All right, I'm listening.
So how do you overcome setbacks?
Setbacks, that's just built in. I mean, that's like
Mm,
inevitable. It's you okay. I used to work on the hill, right? And we had this thing called of all things, Digital Academy. And all we did was like go to Facebook headquarters, Google headquarters, and just spend a day walking around all these tech bros. And they had this thing on the wall when you come into the Google headquarters. And I never forget it because, well, first of all, they had a fully built and functional Lego Ferris wheel. I'll never forget that either. That shit was gully. But on the wall, it just said "fail harder," and they put it in multiple places
Fail
all over.
harder.
It said "fail harder."
I like
It
that.
was all over their headquarters, and I think the reason for that is that, fuck yeah. I mean, you look at somebody like, look at anybody, Stephen King. Stephen King, his shit ain't like his level of rejection before his stuff got picked up. He wrote under a pseudonym. He wrote the Bachman books. I mean, you have people like Maya Angelou. Someone told her she couldn't write her way out of a wet paper bag. She became poet
Mm.
laureate. I'm not worried about a setback. I'm not worried about an opinion. Um, I'm reading this book right now, working through it. I'm about 2/3 of the way through it, called The Artist's Way. People probably heard of it. And one of the things they say is that protect your artist child. That's like your inner child, the part of you that makes art and produces things. Like that art is coming through you straight from a higher source. Like a setback is just, the universe just tugging on you, making sure you want it bad enough. I'm not worried about a setback.
And
To one
listen,
setback, two step forward on these niggas.
I truly love the way you responded to that as well. I think that's very powerful for young up and coming creators to hear that. Like, some setbacks can really derail somebody, especially being out here fighting against the algorithm, not feeling like you're getting seen or heard, or nobody's really paying attention to your books. Trust me, y'all. I know what that feels like. And it's not trust. There's people watching you that you don't even know are watching you. Most of the people that support you never like, never comment, never share. They just go right there and buy. Most of your true supporters do not speak to you at all. And
That's cool. I'm cool with that. But I do
yeah,
appreciate the kind
yeah.
words too. Speaking of Kami B Comics, that is my sweetheart. She has a Kickstarter. She's about at the halfway mark. It's called Pug and Cat, and it is the sweetest story with these anthropomorphic characters. So if you like a little pug-looking dog man that is in a cutesy relationship with a cat person, I mean, I don't know. I
Oh
grew up
yeah,
on
that's
stuff
dope.
like that. I grew up on stuff like that. I love stuff like that. So Kami B Comics. Also, she has created so many just really cool, calm spaces for creatives to come in and share their wins for the day. She had a
Hmm.
space, like a comic book club, where people can come in and just say one thing they did towards their comic for the week. She's on TikTok sharing her process. So shout out to Kami B Comics. She does have a Kickstarter. I'm sorry I keep having these little spurts because I'm
Oh no, that's
remembering,
dope.
like my notes, and I want to make sure I shout out all my ladies.
It just shows your character, man. Anybody that has the spotlight on them and chooses to use that spotlight to put a spotlight on other people, that's the person that you need in the community. You know what I mean?
That's
So
you.
shout out that listen. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here talking
That's
about
Cardi
me.
B would
Okay.
say.
Listen, this is dope. Like I love because I'm actually learning about people as you're shouting them out. There's some names I haven't heard before, so I'm like, I gotta do some research. You know what I'm saying? So that's
Kami B
dope.
is a sweetheart. She is illustrating this work herself. And it's just, you want a little chicken soup for the soul, like a wholesome comic, something that like you would give your daughter, like just something sweet like that. I love it. I love it. She's
Hmm.
like the sweetest person too. So
Yeah, no, listen, love the idea of protecting your artist child as well. Yeah, no, that's
right.
dope. That's dope. That's dope.
That's my guy right there,
I also
LT.
have Fumes two covers and Lumina two covers. By the way, I love the cover art on Lumina. Yeah, Luna's amazing. Luna is fire. Super dope artwork, man. Shout out to Carla Madrano. She out here doing amazing with Black Girl Comics, and she got the
I
Zelda.
heard that name. I feel like I'm following them too. All right, cool.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
so Carla Madrano, her name on IG is Moon the Storyteller.
Oh, cool. Okay. Okay, Carla. Oh my God. See, this
Yeah,
is
yeah,
why this is why I like to run up on people in real life. Cause I'm just
yeah,
like, I just spoke to her. I think at BlurCon too.
yeah.
I
I
feel like
think
I
yeah,
spoke to
because
her
y'all
100%.
y'all from the same area. She's from Maryland too.
I love that name too. I love her name. It caught me off guard when I first saw it. I was like, Moon the Storyteller. I just love moons. I got moons all on me, moons everywhere.
Yeah, that's dope.
I'm
That's
drinking
dope.
from a Sailor Moon cup.
So speak.
My black Sailor Moon.
So speaking of BlurredCon and just Comic Cons in general, Black women in nerd spaces, the good and the bad. Talk to me.
I don't really got no bad. Who got bad?
See that I'm with it. You know, talk about the good then. Talk about the
Um,
good.
the reason I love the cons is I feel like just to even go to a con, you're a girl's girl. Because the energy of girls running up to each other and just fangirling and screaming and hugging each other and celebrating each other's interpretations of their cosplays is unmatched at the cons. And I'm gonna say it, especially our cons. It's nothing but an outpouring of love. It's nothing but jewels being dropped on these panels. I remember I sat on a panel with Stephanie Williams, and I'm supposed to be participating in the panel. I'm watching her like I'm in the audience. There's like so many, just the energy and the love that we share when we pull up. Like I love Black women in nerd spaces. Shout out to Ryan
That's
Oakley
dope.
too. I love her
That's
art.
dope. No, that's dope. And shout out to Stephanie Williams. She's actually going to be on the show on Thursday, y'all. So make sure y'all pull back up because I'm gonna be
I
diving
said
into the community. You feel me? I dedicated this
her,
month to the women, man,
Carla,
and we gotta get it in.
Ryan. There's
Hmm.
so many. Oh, and I'm a shout out to Ariel. She's Wind Rider. She used to have Amalgam Comics out there in Philly. She's another one who just being in that space when it was open as a brick and mortar
Oh
made
yeah,
me want to be a bigger part, like in the comic book world. So shout out to her, and shout out to Stephanie Williams. I'm loving every single one of these covers.
Roots of Madness. That's dope.
Every single one.
Hey, funny story about Ariel. In 2020, on leap year, it was February 29th. We did our first ever book signing, Concrete Comics. And Ariel was the comic shop that took a chance on us. That was when we first came out. Like we first came out, that was our literal opening. And we did a whole book signing at Amalgam Comics in Philly. And she bought all the books we had. They sold out at the store. And then the world ended like a week later with COVID. You know what I'm saying? But
Let
that was
me tell
fire.
you something crazy about that you just said. I mentioned to her, I don't even know, this had to be 2022. I was like, I think I might hop off in the game. I'm still filling it out. And she had immediately said, oh, when you do, well, it couldn't have been 2022. I think she was closed by then. I just remember kind of like right before she made the decision concretely, me mentioning to her I might hop off in a space. And she immediately, I mean, like no hesitation, was just like, oh yeah, when you do, let me know, shoot me the details. Like she's always that person. So
Yeah.
big clap to her. Like
Shout out to
she
her, man.
really did her big one. Just a beautiful spirit, just a carefree, cool person, and a businesswoman who knew like to come in and make space and like show other women like we can do it, we can leave our imprint, whatever. And then things, how brick and mortar things go. It is what it is. But she left such a lasting footprint on the city with that. And yeah, shout out to her. Shout out to Wind Rider. Wind
Hey,
Rider
you
A.
know what? You know what's crazy? Real quick, a funny story about Amalgam too. When I first started, when I was promoting, I had this song out called Clark Kent, about 2016, 2017. And when I made it, I was like, that's kind of around the time when her comic shop opened. And I remember I was like, damn, that's a black owned comic shop. I wasn't writing comics at this time, but I was just like, yo, that's dope. I want to shoot a music video there. And I went there, I scouted it out, but I never got a chance to shoot a video there. But I knew I was going to do something there one day. And a couple years later, I did a book signing, something I had absolutely no plan for in that present time when I was on the block doing music. I wasn't thinking about like a book signing. I never even thought that was possible for me. But it's funny
I
how
love how the universe pulls
I
you
like
towards
yeah,
something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like
it
I
does,
love how
man.
it works out that way.
It's crazy. It's crazy. So that was definitely a moment, man, like something that really, like that moment really lit a fire up under me because I was like, damn, like things I'm wishing for and pushing for are just happening. And that's why I go so hard right now, and that's why I love to create a space for other people to to jump off of, because if if we don't do this for each other, who else
Oh, it's
will,
not gonna
man?
get done.
You got to create a
Absolutely. Oh, it's
platform.
absolutely not gonna get done. Like we have to do this for each other, and not just have to. Is like, oh, we have to, because no, we have to do it because when we do it, it also fills our cup. Like when I'm clapping for somebody, I feel that, it gives you the warm and fuzzies. Like, yeah, my sister's over there doing it. Like, and that's why I don't understand any level of hate, because it's just like when I seem like that person is over there doing it, that means I can do it too. Like, of
You
course,
can
like
definitely
that's
do it.
the best way to look at it. Like they did it, it's up, it's open, it's good. It's like they,
Yeah,
they shot and they scored, which means that I could take that shot too. Whether you land it or not, it's just like every single time we break down one of these barriers, especially for kids, whatever they know that that's an in for them. That's something that they can foresee themselves doing. And it's crazy to think how the our pop culture, as in our comic books and the things like comic shop, shout out to Cheyenne Nikki, um, just seeing people do those things blows the door like wide open. Blows the door wide open. So
that's
um,
fire.
my
Shout
cup
out
every
Shout
time.
out to Maddie with another comment. He said, "This is so great. So many young girls in my youth programs in North Philadelphia need to hear that they belong in storytelling, comic book creative world." Hey,
Yes,
funny story
yes.
about Maddie. Funny story about Mr. Matt here. I met him at Philly Fan Expo. I think 2022. I was just doing my tabling. He came to the table, purchased some of our books, right? And then we started talking about something, and I told him I was doing like workshops for kids at like libraries, like how to create their own comics. And he immediately was like, "Hey, I might got an opportunity for you. Let's exchange emails." He emailed me. Next thing I know, I'm doing a workshop at two schools in North Philadelphia, and the kids loved it. It's an amazing experience. One of his students actually became one of my interns as well, so that was dope. That was
Yo,
really dope. She's super talented, man.
I
But
love it, love it, love it.
but you never know. You never know what happens, man.
You never
Uh,
know. Shout out to my educators in this space, who are educating through comic books. Shout out to JP Jackson. He's got the Eve series. He's got and back to Burnham, who has a lot of IPs that are just specifically for kids. He's got Swim Kelly Swim, and shout out to Ekbach, which is, I'm not even about to mess up this name, but I went to my first Ekbach at Temple, and I took my nephew, and it didn't occur to me, but my nephew had never seen black superheroes, and he like was running up to the cosplayers, and I was like, oh, this is dope. And it was also the first time that I had seen Boyo Okupe. And excuse me if I'm not pronouncing his name, if I'm pronouncing it incorrectly, but then his stuff just got optioned for Disney, I think 2 years ago. Like he has a series. And
mhm.
so like all of our worlds just intersect, and they intersect in the best way when we're collaborative and supportive and we big each other up. And then when we take our babies to these cons, the kid friendly cons, maybe not the ones where everybody got their cheeks out, but like take the babies to take
they
the babies
definitely they definitely be having them buns out, don't they?
yeah, like take the baby to the kid friendly cons, and then you might have the next uh Lonzo on your hands, the next Stephanie Williams on your hands, the next NK Jemisin, the next M. Dash on their hands. Like take the babies to do something where they can see themselves positively reflected in the imagery, because it's just not a lot of it.
There's not a lot of it, but
Yeah,
it but
not a
it's
lot of it.
not a lot of it, but the stuff that we have is super powerful. Like, you know
Yeah,
what I'm
but when I
saying?
say not a lot of it, I mean not a lot of it in the mainstream. Let me be very clear. Not in the indie world. I can throw a pebble and hit somebody who's written something that kids should read and kids would have a good time reading. But in the mainstream, it's just like, yeah, it's like they
Yeah.
make two steps forward and say it backslide a little bit, but we
No,
trying.
that's amazing. So let me ask you this next question, man. What legacy do you want to leave?
Oh man, I have like a tangible legacy that I would like to leave where I get with my old alma mater. I went to UDC, and this is like a thing that I actually really want to do. I want to create a writer's retreat that's a merit based program where kids can go and sit in somebody's cabin and unplug and just write. So I'm gonna get there. That's like a long game. I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna work that out with them. As far as like a less tangible thing is I want for people, not just women, I want for people to
Mhm.
feel seen in some of these characters. And I think one of the best compliments I got at BlurCon was a beautiful soul who I had already met at another con, and she bought both of my books. She came to my table and she said she totally connected with one of my characters and she felt seen. And I only didn't cry because I had on an egregious amount of eyeliner like I did now, so I tucked it in like a. Mm. But I almost shed a thug tear because that's it. That's the legacy. Like, if I don't care if you feel seen through my poetry, the essays, comic books. Like, I don't care. If I wrote something and it can pull somebody to a new world or pull somebody out of a dark space, I'm good with that. I'm good with that.
That's dope. Very
Yeah.
admirable as well.
That's what I want on my name.
And what's crazy is that you already did it, man. What you already put out there is gonna live eternally forever. You know what I'm saying?
It's a lot of pressure.
So there ain't no pressure because it's
But some of
easy,
these
right?
some of these scenes and fumes, it ain't all PG-13. My book is actually not one of the ones to get to the kids. Don't get fumes.
I ain't gonna lie. You know what I've been wanting to do? I want to do a time capsule. Like I don't know if kids and stuff still be doing them time capsules and stuff. But I want to do one. I want to put my comic books in a little capsule and whatever else that I love from this moment. You know what I mean? And put it in time capsule and bury it somewhere. And maybe in 1,000 years, somebody pick it up. Be like, yo, what is this
I
DMX
love
comic book
that.
doing
I
this? You know
love
what I mean?
that.
I would love to do that,
What would
man.
you put in there though? What would you put in there?
I put it in my comics for sure. I probably put in DMX's Dark as Hell is Hot CD
Oh,
for sure. I probably put I'm trying to think of like well, you know how food is created now, it'll probably last 1,000 years. I'll put like some candy in there, something to that represents me, like you know what I'm saying. I love Reese cups, so I'll put a Reese cup in there. I don't know, just something that represents me.
I'm gonna put
Um
a bottle of water and a lighter in there because I feel like the earth will be so effed that whatever prisoner is trying to claw their way into the ground looking for groundwater or looking for some type of weapon and they open the
yeah,
capsule, they're gonna and what's cool about that is they're gonna find like your old like an MP3 player and they're gonna be listening to old DMX drinking that bottle of
exactly.
water
That's what I'm
and then they're gonna
saying,
start
right?
the revolution with that lighter. I'm gonna leave it a little danger, a lighter, a bottle of
Yeah.
water. They're gonna play DMX. The hell is
Mm-hmm.
hell is dark and hell is hot. Thank you,
DMX is dark as hell aside.
thank you. And they're gonna be walking through the apocalypse fully equipped. Boom,
And I ain't gonna
fully
lie,
equipped.
right? So you know what's fire about that? Have you ever seen the movie Galaxy Quest?
No, I have not seen Galaxy Quest.
It
Don't kill
was
me.
it had Tim Allen in it. It was like maybe early 2000s, right? But the dope thing about it,
It was
right?
a comedy, wasn't it? It had to be Tim Allen.
Yeah, it was like a comedy, but it was a dope sci-fi joint. Because imagine, right? Imagine some aliens from another galaxy pick up a frequency, right? And in their frequency, they pick up Star Trek. So they thinking that that is reality. They're like, oh, y'all really like that. So when they came to Earth, those aliens came to Earth to get the cast of that show Galaxy Quest, which was Tim Allen and them, and they said, yo, we need y'all help to fight these galactic aliens. So they picked up the
Yo,
TV cast,
that is
and
a
they were like
crazy
they were out
premise.
there,
I'm
right?
immediately gonna watch this. That's funny as
So
hell. I don't know how this missed me.
so you know what's dope about like a time capsule, right? Say for instance, I put my book Acolyte in there, you put Fumes in there, right? And this is years in the future. They read it, they're gonna think this is historical documents. They're gonna be like, this ain't just a comic book. Like these people are depicting something that actually existed in their timeline
I
of
like that.
people flying around. And that's kind of what we do when we look at ancient texts and we see these green beings and pyramids that they drew or giants. We just speculate, oh, it must be their imagination. But who knows? It could be real.
Oh, could
And
be.
that, so you know what I mean? And that right there is dope. Why I want to do the time capsule. I want somebody to dig up my stuff and be like, yo, it was cats flying back then? Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
I'm putting that flask of water in there, and I'm putting that lighter in there. Even that little bit of, I feel like gasoline will be completely gone, but that'll be just enough
Gasoline might
gasoline.
come out of there. But see, the problem is, whoever gonna get that might try to swig that joint back. You know what I mean?
Now it's gonna be clearly
Swig.
it's gonna be in one of them long like cookout grill lighters, so they're gonna know not to drink it. The
Hmm.
flask, even if the civilization goes backwards, I feel like they'll know what a flask is. Open it up, drink the water, they'll be all right.
So I'm taking a look at some of the chat and IG. People are definitely reminiscing on the time capsule idea because I don't think people do that no more, right? Like, I don't think no one. I haven't. My kids have never taught
Oh,
me about no time capsules, so I don't think they do that no more. You know what I mean?
Mikey says if we put a put some McDonald's in it, it'll last 1,000 years.
In prime condition too. It's still gonna have the ketchup on it and everything. No
Neil
maggots gonna touch it. Nothing.
said time capsule is cool, absolutely. And Small Man Big Dream said R.I.P. to the goat. I think you're talking about DMX, and absolutely.
DMX is my favorite man for sure. We got Lawrence from YouTube said that's crazy picking up our comics and thinking it's real, bro. You got to turn that into a story. I might, I
I
might do
love
that.
that. I
I
love
actually, I did have an idea of like almost like an alternate reality story within our universe, where like in another universe, a kid is daydreaming about superheroes, but it's actually happening to our heroes here. He doesn't know he's psychically connected to our universe, and it's like, you know what I'm saying. So I want to turn that into like a story, but you know what I mean.
I
Time
love
will
it. Turn
tell.
all the
Time will
things.
tell, yo.
I can already tell you what my one shot is gonna be about. It is literally called the Water Dome. Do with that what you will.
The water dome. I
It's
love that.
called the Water. I'm doing it. I don't know if I'm going to use the same artist. So I'll be having my feelers out there, or I will if their schedule is crazy. I'm lucky to even get them perfumes too. But I absolutely am already. It's almost done. I got to do this one shot, and I always wanted to do a battle royale. I love a battle royale
Hmm.
because I want to do a hyper sexed, hyper violent, off the wall, futuristic, unhinged type of situation.
Mm.
Just one. I'm just a chaos character. So all the wholesomeness that I have in fumes, do not expect that in the water dome.
She said it's up in the water dome.
Do not expect that.
I love the concept of water dome because for me, I don't really talk about this a lot, but I'll be in them algorithms. Like I'm in them rabbit holes, man. You know what I mean? Like I'm talking Nephilim and I'm talking all that. I'm in there.
I don't even care how many times we do this idea of the battle royale. It's just I feel like matter of fact, please steal this idea. I feel like maybe if we do it enough, we can collectively think about what we're doing right now. Because
Mm.
if not, we are absolutely gonna have to battle for water in the water dome. Like my
That's
guy
dope.
about
That's
to have
dope.
to battle for water.
No,
If I could see the art right now. I could see it. If I could draw a circle, I would sketch out some little raw storyboard. But yeah.
hey, listen, don't even speak that. People are listening. I need you to create that water dome, okay? I need you to get that
Do you
joint.
want to make a version? No, Bert. I'm never bothered by it. Whatever you write. It's not gonna be like what I write. I'm
That's
I've not
bars right there.
do
That's
whatever you
bars
want to
right
do.
there.
That's not like an arrogance thing. That's just a factual thing. It's not gonna be the same. There's so much going on up in here. I'm so unhinged. Like what I want for the water dome is just carnage, complete carnage and chaos. I also want to see what that looks like on the page, just for somebody to go berserk and people to really imagine what you would do for water. It's almost as bad as what you would do for food, right? So if you gotta fight it out for the
Yeah.
water, all rusty old weapons, people looking all crazy, looking like Mad Max characters, like, yeah, I want to see it.
Have you
Want to see
seen
it.
that Kevin Costner movie,
Waterworld.
Waterworld?
Everyone thinks we're gonna have all this. We're gonna have. It's. I mean, unless we have desalination plants, all that water, salty ass water, is not gonna do us any good. Like we need fresh water.
I loved Waterworld because especially that scene where he took her down to see like the city. I love that. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yo,
I love that.
we need like a vintage movie night because you already got me about to watch
I'm trying to
Burn
bring it to
Gully
the
again.
Discord. I'm trying to bring it to the Discord, man. Vintage
You
movie
got me
night. What
about
we
to watch
doing?
Burn Gully, Galaxy Quest, and now you're about to have me watch Water. I haven't seen Waterworld. When did it come out? 2003?
Hell no, that was like 90. That might have been like 97 type time.
No.
That might have been some 97 type ish. It's funny because I just watched it with my daughter because I'll be trying to put her on and stuff, right? So we watched it the other day. I think it's on Amazon Prime. I think
Yo,
it's on Prime.
Amazon Prime be blowing me because they know you have nostalgia as like I'm an elder millennial. They know what I want to see, and it can just
Mm-hmm.
be on there chilling. But they'll be like, "Oh, you want to rent this? $7.99?" I'm like, "Yo, how dare you
7.99.
with that?" I'm gonna go right to
Crazy.
TV.
So I do got just one little segment left for you, right? This is called my segment called Top Three, where you gotta you know off the top of your dome answer these questions, and we're gonna see what it's hitting for, man. So are you ready for my segment called Top
Yes,
Three?
Small Man, Big Dreams. That's my guy, by the way. Shout out to him. Said it was in '95.
Yeah,
It
95.
came out
Yeah,
in
it came out
nine.
a
That
minute.
cannot be right. That seems wrong.
It came out a
Ouch.
minute.
My joints hurt just thinking about like being that old. All right, go ahead.
Oh, question too. I do have a story. Well, I'll talk to you about this offline, but I got a couple concepts. Like just talking to you now, hearing how you think. I got a couple concepts I would love to brainstorm with you on.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Get it rocking. So
I love a
say
brainstorming
less.
session. Let's get it. Let's get it cracking.
So the first question in top three that you gotta answer, and these are your top three, no one else's. Your personal top three. Let's get it, man. Top three female villains in film.
Oh man.
In film. Let's do it. Come
Okay.
on.
I'm not going like what y'all think I'm going. I'm not going MCU. I'm not going none of that. The mother and mommy dearest.
Mm.
Because nigga, what did you just beat your baby with a wire hanger? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Um, let me think. Let me think. Why are they all mothers?
Because moms are scary. Moms are scary as hell. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta get away from this. This is not cool because why I was like the mother in Blow, the movie Blow.
And if you think about mothers, Mom and Precious was wild too.
No, okay, look, let me no, scratch that, scratch that, scratch that. Let me think. Let me think. I liked
I,
when
I ain't say that you had to like them now. You know what I'm
ah
saying? Come on.
ah.
Female villains in film. Talk to me. Talk to me nice.
I mean, so that's not a film though. That's a movie. This
You know
is
what? Why
hard. This
why
is
were there
really
why were there no female agents in the Matrix? That'd have been hard. Maybe they
yeah.
didn't
You
want to
know what?
show maybe they didn't want to show like a man beating their ass or something. I don't know. But
Okay, that's still TV. But yeah, I'm drawing a blank with the films. I keep coming up with TV. Um. Oh my God, I have to think about this. I have to really think about this.
my man Lawrence said Megan. Okay. We
Megan
got
was a
Megan in
hero
there.
though. She ended up being a hero. Oh no, that's Megan 2.0. All right, all right, all right. Wow.
Come
Who
on.
was really handing out
Top three
fleas?
top three villains in film. It ain't gotta be action either. It could be anything. It could be anything.
Okay, the white woman Meryl Streep played in Devil Loves Prada. I love that character. I thought she was masterfully written. Um, and then Lynn Whitfield in Thin Line Between Love and Hate. Yo, she was
She was
so.
wilding.
Yo, she was calling people nappy headed. Yo, she was doing the most. I know these are not conventional pics. These are not like superhero pics and nothing like that. But like, yeah, she was shout out. I always love Mystique too. Whenever I see Mystique on
Mystique
screen,
is fire,
she's
especially the first one.
technically a villain, but I be understanding where Mystique be coming from, man. She's like, also, if I could shapeshift, I would do nothing. I could be a good person and then acquire shapeshifting and immediately become evil. Because I could immediately become evil
That's
because
real.
now I'm a shapeshifter.
That's real. What they said.
I'm about to do crime, my guy. What are you talking about?
Who we got? Rebecca, yeah.
The hand that rocks the cradle. Okay, yes. See,
Mhm.
I love these types of pics because that's right where I'm at with it.
Where we at with it? The white lady love interest and Get Out. Ah,
Because
yes.
why was she eating the
Ah, yes.
Cheerios separate from the milk?
Because that is unfathomable in our culture. You know what I'm
The
saying?
mother from Precious.
The mother from Precious was
Why she do that?
top tier. She was top tier up there. She was top tier. No, that's fire. So you got your 3, right? Okay.
All right.
I got another 3 for you, man.
Oh no.
This one should be a little easy for you. You know what I'm saying? Top 3 black superheroes. Come on. Top 3 mainstream, then top 3 indie. Talk to me nice.
I'm gonna kick this thing off with Static. I really enjoyed Static growing up. I don't know if y'all remember the old Static like cartoon, but they got into some heavy.
Oh yeah, that Static cartoon was
like the
101.
subject matter, the stuff he went through with his little white friend's dad, all types of like heavy stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, shout out to that.
The OG Catwoman.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Eartha Kitt is definitely up there. I like every iteration of Black Catwoman. I can't say that. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't love. You know who I didn't love. I like Zoe Kravitz's look, but I didn't really like the.
She was. But
yeah, I think I just like the haircut and the fit, but she ain't bring it either. Actually, I'm not gonna lie. I'll give it up to Michelle Pfeiffer. She did that in Eartha Kitt.
Michelle Pfeiffer was popping, but even homegirl from Dark Knight was fire too.
Oh yeah, for sure. Black Panther's a given. I'm trying not to choose Black Panther because it's like an obvious choice.
Hey, your choice is your choice, though. You know what I'm
saying? Does Killmonger count? Can I choose Killmonger?
Oh,
I know. Okay. Black Panther, and I'm gonna choose. I'm gonna choose Spawn. I still
Spawn is a good one.
I still like Spawn. It was between Spawn. I was leaning towards either like super old school, like an icon of Luke Cage, but let me not jump out there like that because I'm not really in that. I discovered that so much later. As far as indie, wow, okay. This is a tough one. I love Isna Wear Spider. I think that's cool. It's like, having a Haitian take on and the folklore, all of that wrapped up into one character is super cool. Let's see. Oh, this is impossible. This is kind of impossible. I'm just like, even looking around, it is really, really hard.
Shout out to the shameless plug. Yeah, shout out. How about that? How about that Acolyte, man? Y'all know what we doing over Concrete Comics. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay. Put yourself in the mix while I think. Please do. And distract the people while I think.
We got Indy, got Ianu. That's a dope one.
Ianu. I'm trying to remember old boy's name from Okeemus. I do love Okeemus. I'm just gonna say Okeemus. Y'all know what I mean. I'm just gonna keep going.
We got Makila, Warrior Queen, Kandaki, and Acolyte. Shout out to the people, man, out here showing love. Feel free to drop
Malika, the Warrior Princess.
Feel free to drop your characters too. There ain't no problem with it. A shameless plug. I mean, if your 3 favorite is yours,
this is a lot because there's so
there's so many.
Big shout out to Eula and everything that she becomes.
First of all, there's no cheating on the test. No cheating on the test. Can't look
What?
at your books.
Huh?
Okay. Can't look at your books. Ain't no cheating on the test.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So you
Oh,
named two. So you got one more. You named two. You got one more.
all right, but
Let's
I'm gonna
do it.
give it to.
Chat, feel free to help her out, man.
I'm
Y'all
gonna give
top
it to
three Indian
Nubia. I'm gonna
talent.
give it to Nubia.
Nubia's
Oh
fine.
no, that's no. She's not indie. That's not indie. Okay, there is too many. I can't. It's too many indies.
You
I
gotta
can't
think
do
of
it.
an indie. You know, you like Greg Burnham stuff. You like Greg Elise,
But
like
you
you
but you talking
mentioned.
about superheroes. I was gonna pull Sadaka.
Okay, superheroes. Okay,
Um,
yeah, I'm tripping.
but I'm
I'm
like,
tripping.
that's
This
not
is
really a superhero. It's more like a historical fiction.
Harriet,
Oh,
Harriet Tubman Demon
ha,
Slayer is kind of like
I
a
got one for
superhero.
you. Technically, Harriet Tubman is whooping
Exactly.
vampire ass.
Mm-hmm. Like a
So her
superhero
too.
for sure. Yeah,
Um,
yeah. There you go.
the street sharks that Ryan Oakley illustrated are black. So
Oh,
I'm
that's
okay.
fire.
All right,
That's
okay.
fire.
This I can't. Oh, wait. My boy Sean Elaine has a whole street team full
Team
of like superheroes, and
called
they
the
be
Street
kicking ass.
Team, right?
I'm not good. Like I'm overloaded. This is embarrassing. This is just
No,
too
that's
many.
fire. All
There's
right.
too many options.
I got
Also,
one last question for you too. Uh-oh.
I'm gonna shout out my boy.
Shout out to the street team. Yeah, no. Shout out to Sean. He just opened up that new store. I'm gonna be
Well,
pulling
I'll
up
be up
that
there.
joint to show
I'll be
love.
up there for that. I will be in Philly for his opening. I will be there with
Yeah, I'm
bells
gonna
on. I
be
would
there.
not miss it.
I
Shout out to
actually,
him.
you know what, man? I might do a live concrete approve out there, man. I mean, I might do that. Say
I'm
less.
with it.
Say less. So yeah. So here goes the last question for you, man. You know, this might be tough coming from where you're from. You know what I'm saying? But let's see.
I'm upset because when I get off this live, I'm gonna think of all like the superheroes.
Top three rappers from your city. Who you got?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Why are we doing this?
She got Sukiana. Say no, I'm playing, but no.
Wow. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna give it to Wale.
Wale fire. Don't do that. Who else
I'm
you
gonna move
got?
on. If you
Come on
saying
now.
DC specifically, or you're talking about
I ain't gonna
DMV?
lie. I like King Los as well. King Los is from there, right?
King Los is from Baltimore, I think. Or
He
from
was,
I
oh
don't
yeah,
think he's
yeah.
from
He was
DC. Yeah,
Baltimore.
King Los from
So
Baltimore. Shout out to Baltimore.
for your sake, I'll allow the DMV
Yeah,
to
because
be
we're
incorporated.
so on top of each other, it's hard. And if we're doing the DMV, I'm absolutely gonna put Rico Nasty in there.
Okay.
Big Rico Nasty fan, huge Rico Nasty fan. The third one I'm gonna put, all of mine are women, by the way. The third one I'm gonna put in there, I'm gonna put a tie right down the middle because I think both of these women are nasty. One is named Saroc, Saroc.
Mm-hmm.
She's just, I saw her live. I thought she was gonna levitate. I'm not even gonna lie to you. She spit so fire. I thought she was gonna just simply levitate into the sky off the stage. Shout out to her. And there was somebody who came up in my circles, in my rounds, thugging with my rounds. And I don't even know if she's still stateside. I don't know if she moved to Europe or what. Robin MC was one of the nastiest out of DC to do it. And then for me, it's all women. Jay Mills, like this, it's the girls. It's the girls for me.
That's dope.
But we're talking about people who, if we're talking about people who household names, I'm gonna give it to Rico because I love Rico. Also, I've seen Rico live.
She is fire.
Another one who's like, I like somebody I can mosh pit to. I get the hip hop on the one side, and then I
She
can.
is
She did
fire.
sugar trap. Like,
I like that song she did with Doja Cat. What was that called? Tia Tamara, whatever.
Yo, the beat on that was
Tia Tamara's
insane.
fire.
The concept, I like the concept of it, but the beat on that really got under my skin in a good way. I was like, this is crazy. I don't know if it's the drums on it or it's something. It was like crazy.
Oh yeah, no, that's dope. So
I love how there's a delay on the phone so I can see all the crazy ass faces that I make. I'll be making some crazy faces.
You survived that top three though. So you know what I mean?
Just
Black
barely.
black black superheroes down there took you out. I ain't gonna hold you. Female villains almost
Yeah,
took you out. I ain't
yeah,
gonna lie,
yeah.
but you survived it. So shout out to you sis, for
It's
surviving,
it's
man.
hard for me to like just go in my coffers of so many names.
Oh
And
yeah,
then
it's a lot.
the issue that I have is like, oh no, what if for the indie comics I say the wrong, like I attribute the wrong like hero to name to the like I just get, it's more like a nervousness thing, if that makes
Mm-hmm.
any sense. So
No, that's dope. So we gonna close out like this right here. I didn't realize we were on for an hour and 35 minutes. That's crazy.
I should have
But
said Nubia for superheroes anyway, for just like mainstream. Because shout out to Nubia. I
shout
love
out to
Nubia.
Nubia.
I love the story of Nubia, and like the first time that I discovered that she had this sister, and I like LL McKinney's um, reimagining of
Mm-hmm.
Nubia. So shout out to LL McKinney, and uh, who was the artist on that? Mechanical Pencils used to be her name. I always forget her
I'm
name.
impressed. I'm impressed by your knowledge of ball. Like you really be knowing who you talking about, who wrote stuff, who drew these things. Like that's very admirable of you.
Until I don't know, then Robin Smith. That was the artist name. Until I don't know, then I'm just like I don't want to say because I don't want to mess it up. But I
Mm-hmm.
think it's a good thing that there are so many great superheroes
Yeah,
in
it's a
here
lot.
that it's kind of it is hard. It is
It's a
hard.
lot of bangers, and that means we doing our thing out here in the indie space. So we about to close this out. I need you to drop the last message for us, man. Message to your fans and supporters.
If I forgot to mention your superhero, don't hold it against me. I do get caught up in my nerves when I get these top three requests. I'm just kidding. Oh, message for the fans and supporters. I don't know if I have fans, but like supporters, definitely have supporters. I love y'all. Thank you for the support the first time around, helping me put that story into people's hands means a lot to me. Like I couldn't have done it without the support of this community. And I'm asking for y'all support again for Fumes 2. And I definitely think it's well worth it. I think that every single Kickstarter that I've mentioned tonight is well worth it too. So make sure that like when you're out there buying your mainstream comics, set a little aside for the indies because we're out here trying to get these original stories and messages into y'all hands that y'all been asking for, and y'all don't have to wait 1,000 days for another Black. So let me stop now. Shout out to DC,
Mm-hmm.
shout out to DC. But like, so that you don't have to wait 1,000 days for the next Black superhero. Support what's already out there. There's some great stories. You might be the person to produce the next great story. So stay locked into your community. Keep your ear to the ground, and don't think that authoring your own stuff and creating your own art or literature is out of reach. Just get with your right team, and the communities and the support is definitely there. I know because I found it in you. So
That
my
is
body
fire.
is happy to be here. I'm making all the faces that you zoomed in at. Bro, you gotta zoom out. That's crazy. Oh, did he abandon me? I think I got abandoned. I'm gonna just scoot back. Support, support, support. We need to stay out here and keep showing up. Yes, Neil, we absolutely do. Anansi, who was a character in Kwanzaa, also JFO's series Black. Oh, I remember Black. And there's a Radiant Black too. Killer Doe James sings Merch from Day Black. Speaking of Day Black, I absolutely do have Day Black. I fuck with Keith Cross's art, so heavy on that. Heavy on that. Get notified. Fumes 2 is going to be fun. For y'all who don't know, it's Taya SF is in the chat, and that is one of my artists. That's one half of Siamese Froze, That's my boo thing. She knows ball. She's a great artist. So make sure you guys follow her and support her work. She also, her and her sister worked on, her and Tahila Nkum also worked on Shaolin Nun. If you guys see Shaolin Nun out in the wild on IG, make sure you support it because it is as wild and crazy as you think it is. It's a nun kicking ass, and enough said to that. With art
Yo, my bad. My laptop died on me. Pray to God.
Oh, I was having a good time. I didn't even know you left. I was having a
Oh
great
yeah.
time. I'm here. I'm entertaining the chat.
Nah, I apologize. Yeah, no, I had my daughter get my charger, and right when she brought it, that joint said.
Oh,
So
well, I thought you had said bye and I didn't notice. And I was like, oh, he'll probably be right back, so it's fine.
Nah. I had missed your whole glorious spill, so I'm gonna have to watch it on the replay to see what you said.
No, it's fine. I was actually trying to talk. I was talking to the chat until you got back, and my artists are in the chat. My artists, Lord, they are autonomous people who make art. But Tay and Tahila and Kum are in the chat, and they were just giving a shout out, saying, "Make sure you guys check out Fumes too. It's gonna be fun." It has been so much fun working with them. I never knew I could have so much fun working with our team, but they crack me up. So shout out to them. And shout out to you. Thank you so much for having me on. I'm looking forward to the other podcasts that I'll be dropping through, doing my little runs. Mm-hmm. And look at us. The little engine that could. Make sure you guys go follow the pre-launch page. I just updated the reward tiers last night. I'm going to be adding a few more, and then tomorrow we in there. I'm hitting the ground running with all of my little wild updates that the people who followed me the last time for the last month, they know my updates get a little crazy, but I put everything from behind the scenes sketches, little tidbits for me, jokes, just stuff that I don't put on the regular social. Like, think of it as like how Lonzo do his Patreon. Like, this is like the hidden stuff behind the scenes. So make sure you do that. And then, the book is coming. I'm proud of it. I cannot wait to drop this book. I'm just excited. And then next time y'all see me at the con, y'all be able to get 1 and 2.
That's fire. Tell everybody where they can find you at.
I am on IG as Shy, as MMMSHAI. That's my regular page where I just be boring. And then you can find all the comic book stuff on Emmetropia Comics. That's EMMETROPIA Comics at IG. Somebody's like, I ain't reading all that, Otis. But you'll see it. Yeah, Lonzo has a tag. Don't make me spell it.
It's definitely tagged, y'all. So y'all don't have to look too far. Look right here in the description of this video. The replay is on YouTube. You can watch the whole replay on YouTube.
I'm not watching myself. I made crazy faces this whole time. I'm not watching.
It's all good. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? Because the people understand the passion. But this has been super dope. I truly appreciate you coming on the show and letting us dive into your origin. And if no one ain't gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you, you are officially Konkret Approved. And that means you are one of one and one of all. And shout out to everybody that was in the chat, man. If you guys aren't following us on YouTube, please follow the YouTube channel and join the Patreon for free, y'all. The Patreon is free. You ain't got to pay for that. And I'm going to be making some announcements real soon. We about to be changing up a lot of like our social media presence and just how we move out here. And if you want the true experience of Konkret, you're going to have to join that Patreon. Because we tired of fighting these algorithms, y'all. We tired.
Yeah. It's been crazy with the little.
It's crazy.
Fight. I'll be following somebody closely, and I'm like, I haven't heard from them in weeks. And then I'm like, oh no, did they block me or unfollow? And nope, this is just
you just don't see
stuff just starts showing up, and I'm like, that is crazy. Yeah. And I'm like, I'll be engaging with somebody. I'm just like, why are they stop showing up? But that's okay. We're going to show up for each other. I was
going to say, it's crazy. I saw your page because you had commented on somebody. And I was like, damn, I didn't see her in a minute. That's why I hit you up. But it was because you commented somewhere that I had saw. And I was like, yo, she'll be perfect to have on. You know what I'm saying, for the
And I
show,
appreciate you for
and that's
considering me.
dope. Oh no, for sure, for sure. I had to have you on. You're doing such amazing things, and I appreciate you coming on to Concrete Approved. The fans and the supporters, they loved you. They was real active today in the comments, and that's just a testament to the grind. Y'all know Fumes is out there, so make sure y'all go out there and get that Fumes, man. Fumes 2 drops tomorrow, so y'all can get everything tomorrow. You ain't gotta wait. You can get 1 and 2 tomorrow, right?
Yep.
So listen, what
It's in one of the tiers. I got some great tiers set up from you guys. So yeah, just tomorrow we hit the ground running with the campaign, and there are other great campaigns to check out. Like, hey, if fumes ain't your bag, back somebody.
back
Back
somebody. No,
somebody.
Fumes is gonna be in the shopping cart for sure. So make sure y'all get that in. Just to
No,
give
no, we're
y'all.
doing a swap, sir. Don't forget what you promised me. We're doing a
Oh
swap.
no, I'm definitely getting that swap.
Okay.
But I'm telling everybody's putting Fumes in a shopping cart tomorrow.
Okay.
Tomorrow, everybody gotta get that. And just so y'all don't, for those of you that don't know what a Kickstarter is, it's a crowdfunding platform that some people use as a pre-order service. So not everybody
Yeah.
using it as a crowdfunding thing. It's really just a pre-order service that makes it easy, and they have their own community on there. But also, the cool thing about Kickstarter is that when you pledge to a campaign, your money's not automatically coming out. So if you ain't got it on you right then, that's fine. But you get to hold your spot. And when the campaign is over after it succeeds, that's when your money comes out. So you really got about 30 days before they start trying to tap that Mac. You know what I'm saying? But go support that. Go
Also,
get that book.
another cool thing about the Kickstarters or any indie campaign is that I'm going to definitely give you things that you can't, they're not on my site. That stuff is not on my site, so you can only get them through pledging. So I have some things that are exclusive. I'm not gonna when I do this print run, I'm not gonna redo it. It's a limited run.
Mm,
So I did an homage to Angela Bassett's car flame scene.
hmm.
Shout out to Taya and Tahila Ankum in the chat. I don't know if you guys, I might be aging myself, but in the movie Waiting to Exhale, Angela Bassett sets his car on fire and she's walking away. And I'm like, that is so clutch or whatever. And we have like an homage to that scene. And that's a limited run. That is only going out with the pledges. So I
That's
say all that
dope.
to say that when you support your indie folks, a lot of them have stuff in their tier that you can't get just in their store. You're gonna have to hit the
Oh
button.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that means for y'all collectors out there, a lot of what's going to be on the campaign tomorrow is a one of one. You can only get it there. So make sure y'all jump in there, man, and be the first to back, y'all. Be the first to back. Be the first to blow it up, man. So Miss Shy, shout out to you. Shout out to everything that you brought to the culture and into the community, and your love for the community and the creators and all the people that you shouted out today. They better be showing up tomorrow, shouting you out as well, because tomorrow's all about you, and we gonna make it poppin', man. Y'all know the vibes. This has been Concrete Approved. Make sure y'all follow us on YouTube, Patreon, mostly Patreon, goddamn it, and just keep it concrete. Y'all know the vibes, man. And we is out of here, y'all. Let me hit this end
And I
stream.
love Storm too, but I didn't choose Storm because it was an easy answer. So there.
There it is, and we out.